Hi, my loves. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. I really hope that you're having a beautiful and amazing day. It is Friday night, so I may post this reading either tonight or in the morning. This is going to be a little bit of a chat at the beginning of the reading, and then, of course, I'll pull cards. If you are new to my channel, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you so much for your continued love and support. Let's see. So, you guys, those of you who have been following the channel, you probably saw me post a few days ago that my books right now are closed for personal readings. This is the first time that I've closed my personal readings since I started offering personal readings, which was, it's been a little over a year now. All right. This is just me sharing something with you, but it may kind of give you perspective about something that you could be dealing with in your life as well, especially because all of us are connected and on this spiritual journey, growing and ascending together. You guys, I feel like there's a lot of really, really amazing things happening. Okay. A lot of people are manifesting some of their wildest dreams. But underneath it, what I've been picking up lately is it's not like a doom and gloom type of energy. It's not melancholy. It's just, to me, and I'm a seer, okay? I can read things, cryptic messages, pretty good, and I'm getting a lot better at it. What Spirit was putting on my spirit is that there's a lot of people who are about to be tricked with treats. My phone just went off when I said that. Okay. So I just want people to be aware of this. So funny thing is, of course, tomorrow there's a new moon in Sagittarius. And we know that the temperance energy is that energy of self-control, moderation. When I see the temperance card, I always think earth angels. I think of someone who is an alchemist. I think of someone who can restore peace, balance, and harmony. And I also think of shapeshifters. Okay. Any person that's a shapeshifter, they can be anything that they need to be for their own personal agenda. Many of us are learning how to shapeshift, but behind anything when it comes to the mind, magic, manifestation, or anything, it's all about your intentions. A lot of people around you know how to shapeshift very well with that temperance energy. So a lot of people know how to come towards you and make it seem like they're restoring balance or harmony in your life. And they are, but it's because they're wanting something out of it. There's an ulterior motive. I'm not telling you guys that everything that comes towards you is you need to be afraid or you can't enjoy good things. But this is just a message to continue being discerning. There are still things that are going to be uncovered. So I just want to share a really quick observation of my own. Most readers, of course, you know, for myself over the last few months, I've started to channel more, like really channel, and it's becoming a much stronger gift. Quite frankly, a lot of the channel messages that I get, that I record them, but I don't share them because they can be very deep. Some of them also are very dark. A spirit allows me to see things that honestly, to me, it's almost inappropriate for me to put online sometimes. So I just don't. A lot of you guys, if you've been following my channel for a while, it took me a long time to even get to a point of doing like daily collective readings or channeled messages. I didn't feel comfortable with it. I always just stuck to just doing the basic love readings. I've noticed lately, because I've been watching more tarot. Now for me, the readers that I watch kind of shift and change every few months, because once I'll resonate with someone for a while and then I don't. And that's fine. I have noticed though And you guys let me know in the comments if this is happening to you as well. I don't really know exactly what's happening, if it's just in the tarot community or just in the universe, period. Some people's energy is so strong that it gets all over you, in you, around you. Some of us, and I'm including myself here, really have to master self-control on a different level, because some people are growing into certain gifts and developing things and you haven't learned how to use them. Some people have superpowers and you don't know how to use them, right? I myself have noticed lately, and not that it's anyone's business, but this is a very transparent moment because I feel like this could help someone. I've not dated or been sexually active in years. Okay. However, there are spiritual connections that I have and other things. You guys, there are certain readers that I've been watching for a long time. When I tell you, if they post every single day, it's like they are talking directly to me. You know, some readings will resonate. It's certain things but no, there are certain readers that every word that comes out of their mouth, it's like they are channeling my exact thoughts. My first mind is like, wow, that's really accurate. But then when I go and I have dreams, something is saying, no, that's actually kind of dangerous. Because I can say, you know, I don't normally use certain decks. I'll say, you know, I'm going to use a different deck today. There are certain readers, clearly, if I follow them, I know what decks they typically use. The deck that I'll think to use, they'll be using that exact deck. The songs that I channeled, if you channel messages, I get certain songs and it's a message or a cue for me for certain things. A lot of things with me happening also seasonally. Certain times of the year, I channel certain songs, or, you know, spirit communicates with me different ways. When I tell you it's certain readers that I've been watching, everything that I think, my most inner, somewhat sacred and secret thoughts, I'm seeing it on these channels. And I'm like, this is a little strange. It has gotten strange. Because I don't know exactly if it's just people are growing spiritually and tapping in, or if it is foolery, like if it's a trickster energy. It's a little bit of both. I'm saying I don't know. I do know. I just want you guys to also be aware of that. Also, when you go around people, even friends and family, some of you are needing to accept that you do have gifts, talents, and abilities. It may not be accepted by everyone. It may not be understood by everyone. But you do need to take the time to learn what those gifts, talents, abilities are. Learn how strong you are in those things and be careful. Some people really can have gifts that are so powerful that they can become destructive. Okay. If you've been following my channel, and I was talking about that song, Dark Horse. And, you know, in the song, Katy Perry's like, you know, so you want to play with magic. And if you listen to the song, I can get so many different interpretations about several different subject matters from listening to the song. But some people have gifts that can be of light that can quickly turn dark. Okay. Some people can be very loving, caring, nurturing, alluring, but that also can be very tempting and teasing to other people, which can then lead to destruction. Being an extreme, like a highly sensitive empath, can get you in a lot of trouble. Because wanting to help everyone, oftentimes the truth is you end up helping the devil. So you really have to pay attention to that. You know, I did close my books for private readings because a lot of people will email me and they write a whole book. And everyone will email me and say, you know, that's my exact story. You need to call me right away. And it's to the point I'm like, I have not had my own energy to myself in over a year. Some of us need to really recalibrate. Sagittarius, think about Sag energy. It's time to recalibrate. It's time to fine tune. It's time to get grounded. Like I said, moderation and self-control, finding balance is something that's very, very important. That's the message. That's the energy that I'm in right now, because what seems to be balanced to me, I'm realizing it's actually not balanced. I look in the comments of some readers, and there are some of you guys who are huge, you know, supporters on my channel, and I see you on at least 5 other channels, and I'm like, all of our energies are connected. We're all sharing all of these things, but I see it kind of going back to a time about 3 months ago when there was a lot of paranoia. Well, really about 6 months ago, I remember. Back in like Aries season. Sometimes between like the spring and like that Lionsgate portal, everyone was going crazy. The confusion. Now I feel like that same confusion, paranoia, and all of that is still there, but it's being masked. You guys have to know that people who are sending these attacks to you, they find new ways to pretty much feed you poison. And I think that a lot of good things are happening and everybody's like, oh, you know, life is so good. And it is. But again, some people are going to be tricked with treats. A lot of readers, a lot of spiritualists and healers, they chose darkness. And when people started to take note of it, they just found a way to try to represent themselves a certain way. To represent themselves a certain way. I'm sorry. And I'm noticing that, like, to the point where I'm like, I'm about to really fast from watching any tarot, because I don't want my energy in anyone's reading. There are things to me that I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, people are absolutely energy harvesting, scrying, astral project. Some of these readers, especially if you yourself are a reader and you know you have a, you know, super high energy, they have to be spiritually spying on people. I'm just saying, there's just something to think about. It's just food for thought for some people. I always tell, you know, it's, I think, look at this, cutting the deck, the Hierophant and the Temperance card. I cannot make this up. And that's what I'm saying. I know for myself, even the way my cards have been, the way that they're connected with me and my energy, there's been a major shift. Everyone doesn't have that type of connection with their cards or with themselves. But if they can connect to you, you see what I'm saying? They can tap. A lot of people, they want to tap into your magic. And it may be a magic or power or a gift ability that you're not even that familiar with yet. So I would tell you guys, when it comes to friends, family, tarot, your habits, or anything, maybe you need to scale it back some. Or be more protective of your energy and your space. You know? That's why for me, I'm slowing some things down, because it's a good thing to get back in the habit and the practice of doing your cleansing your space, getting grounded. Because in the midst of all this new stuff that's happening and coming in, you don't want to lose sight of the fact that we still have these dark energies roaming around, and they're getting, like I said, they're becoming very very strategic, very tactical in their approaches. So you know, this could be related to so many different things. You guys take it however it resonates. like I said, I mentioned at the beginning that I would just kind of share that message with you. There's just a lot of things that I've been noticing lately. And for me, I can always tell a huge difference in my energy when I start to watch tarot. You guys, I try not to watch a lot of tarot, even though I post it. I don't have time. I mean, my wait time with readings is almost up to a week. And I spend all day doing readings, which is another reason why I'm taking some time, because I want my energy to be my own, especially because I'm realizing my energy is much more powerful, potent, and just stronger than what I knew it was. Some of you guys, again, you're going through the same thing. I cannot make this up. Even sitting here shuffling, cutting the deck and everything, this Temperance card is still here. So this must be a new moon in like Sagittarius reading. Okay. Moderation, self-control. If you are learning that you are a shapeshifter, which most people are to some degree, get familiar with, like I said, your abilities. And learn that there's pros and cons to anything. Something though, to me, it seems that it could be extreme, and a lot of people right now see shifts happening, but you're impatient because you've been waiting on things to happen for a while now. For some people, months, for some people, years. And another thing I've noticed, just energetically, I've noticed everybody that's been booking readings with me lately are completely over the edge. Everybody is so confused. They're so up in arms. And then when I look at the tarot readers, I can always tell when certain readers, when they're in relationships or when they're in communication with their twin. Some of them, they have maybe, like a twin or soulmate and a karmic. I can always tell in their readings who they're dealing with and what they're doing because of their readings. Every reader has some of their energy in a reading. We all read from a place of some level of experience. That's where wisdom is gained from. But when any of us have certain things in our environment that's affecting us, it's going to come out in the readings. And if we're all watching each other and all tapped into each other's energy, you will take on a lot of stuff that's not actually your energy. It doesn't actually pertain to you, your life, but you will somehow relate to it. Practically everything you hear is relatable. There's something else that some of you guys need to keep in mind as well, because I noticed I've had a huge increase in the number of personal readings, and people say, well, I saw a reading and it said this. And I'm like, okay, what does that mean? Because the truth is, if you watched all 12 readings that I may post for all of the 12 zodiac signs, truth is, you will probably resonate with every single reading. Energy is fluid. Something else I've noticed is I can do a certain reading for a zodiac sign and another reader will post a general collective reading. The messages will be practically the same. Energy is truly fluid, and I don't know what's happening now, but it's more fluid than I've ever noticed it before. The titles, look at the titles of the readings. The signs, none of that really matters. I mean, energy is energy. It's fluid. The King of Swords actually fell out in reverse. My cards aren't in reverse, but this card fell out in reverse, which to me, it's funny because, like I said, with this reading, I'm just kind of going from, off my intuition about my thoughts and my feelings about this, but I don't read my cards and normally are not in reverse, but I mean, I can just pick up on the energy. However, this came out in reverse. King of Swords in reverse is manipulation. This is someone who is very rigid in their thinking. This is a con person. This is someone who is corrupt. They're very logical, analytical. This is the kind of person who will do things that are just cunning, cold-hearted. Is this type of person. This is someone here who can be very, very cold-hearted. So like I said, a lot of things may be moving forward with the Chariot card here, Nine of Pentacles underneath it, where you may be overwhelmed right now with all of the opportunities that are coming towards you. And that's good. But I still feel like a lot of people have those enemies that are lurking. Like I said, some of these people who have been your enemies, they're just trying to figure out how to trick you with a treat. They're trying to sweeten the deal. They're trying to still get closer to you. And if you are not able to really monitor yourself and be controlled of yourself, you will fall victim to these things, because I'm telling you, a lot of cycles are closing out. If they couldn't get you back in the spring or the summer, the fall, the winter is here. People are cold and they're doing whatever it takes now. They're trying to see. Some of these people, they've backed off for a while. If you notice, a lot of the attacks are starting up again. A lot of really heavy attacks back around Halloween. You're starting to feel the attacks again now, because people, they had to go back within to try to figure out how would they try to come up against you again. Don't ever forget. For some people who are truly chosen, it's always somebody watching you. Always. You're always going to be targeted. Some of you, though, again, there are great celebrations. Okay. 3 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, celebrations, new beginnings, reuniting with family, healing family issues, promotions, new streams of income, new house, new car. All of those things are happening. 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is, yes, you're protected. But it does not mean that you will not face adversity and challenges coming from different people, honestly, who are watching you because they want what you have. The energy that I'm picking up more than anything right now is the fact that a lot of people who have that shape-shifting capability, a lot of these people are extremely jealous. And they are absolutely shape-shifting, and they are trying to trick and deceive you to somehow get out of you what they want, because they know that a cycle has closed. You may have closed the door on a person or a situation, but they're saying no. They're not done with you. So you have to be mindful of that, because you're trying to take a leap of faith and free yourself from certain situations that have caused you a great burden. People want to keep you stuck. So they're watching you. They're watching you. They're trying to plan how to attack you. That's why I said, for me, it's too much weird stuff happening. I may be busy and I don't sleep a lot, but I'm pretty tapped in. I've seen a lot of readers lately in my own personal life, and I'm like, there's no way. I fall asleep listening to a song and their next channel message is the whole song. I'm like, really? I tell myself, I go on my bookcase and say, I'm going to, use a different deck today. I may not use it, but I look at their channel the next day, they're using that deck, and I'm thinking to myself, I've been following this reader for 6 months and they've never used that deck of cards before. I pay attention to everything. People are watching you. They don't say anything. They don't respond or react, but they're watching you and keeping very close tabs on you, waiting for the perfect time to strike. Some of you may feel this energetically. You may even be experiencing a little bit of paranoia, insomnia, stress, fear, or whatever. Some of you, again, 6 of Wands, you may be getting recognition. You could have a platform. I feel that a lot of this message is definitely for people who have platforms. It may not be YouTube. It could be anything. But if you're the type of person you're seen, and especially if you have some type of success story where you've come out of the 5 of Wands, where you're not competing with anyone, but for whatever reason, people are now trying to compare, contrast, and compete with you, you're really going to experience this energy of people sending a lot of attacks towards you, or things to mentally confuse you or to disrupt you in some way. And for some of you, it's because you're in this Emperor energy. You're being logical. You're standing in your power. You're building, you're growing, you're evolving. For some of you, it is a masculine energy that is doing this to you. I'm also learning more too about how some of these masculines, especially like these false flames or the karmics or even the family of these, on my channel, I've been picking up a lot of energy about a lot of these karmics who are a part of secret societies and covens or witch groups or whatever. A lot of these masculines that you guys are still wanting to come back towards you, they deal with those people. It's one thing to have one or two people watching you, but imagine you have a whole coven or secret society of people watching you. These are things that a lot of people don't talk about, but it is happening. And like I said, people are really trying to sweeten the deal. They're trying to trick you with some treats. Yeah. 5 of Swords, ulterior motives. Can I make this up? Temperance card. The Temperance card to me is also an energy that can be very sneaky if you're not practicing self-awareness, self-control. This is someone who does things in the background. A lot of you, your spirit guides and angels are in the background ensuring that you're okay. But again, you guys don't talk about being protected and you're not prepared. Even in your homes right now, you need to make sure that you are prepared for things. Be both protected and prepared, and be vigilant about it. Because for some people, you guys have a lot of stuff that's happening. And people, like I said, they are trying to confuse you. Also, be careful. I know it's the holiday season. Be careful with drinking a lot around people. Because there is an energy here with this Queen of Wands of people trying to make you drink, eat, or whatever. Or tell them a lot of information about yourself so that they can take advantage of you. Remember the things that you've gone through. Don't let people drag you back to anything that you've had to pray, meditate, and go through hell to get out of. Some of you, there are still some things that you need to make sure that you are denying access people to. Like, everybody does not need access to you. Which is kind of like the energy, like I said, that I myself am in. And I literally just, I didn't say, oh, I'm closing my readings down by this date. Something was like, close your readings down now. I mean, Spirit just it was like, shut it down now. Get the rest of the readings out, shut it down now. Protect yourself. Some of you could be experiencing, if Spirit is telling you, don't go to a place, don't talk to a person, don't eat lunch with that person at work, whatever, you need to listen to it. The veil that people spoke of, there is no veil. There are demons walking around everywhere, and they will jump in anybody that they can find to attack you. Another thing I've noticed too is, you guys, when people can't get to you, when these entities, demons or whatever, can't get to you directly, they go through your friends and family. Some of you have been experiencing a lot of chaos and confusion when it comes to your friends and family. You're looking at your friends and family like, wow, all of a sudden everybody is turning on me. It's to create illusions and confusion so that you don't know where it's coming from. It is probably someone around you doing it, but they're shape-shifting. They're masking themselves. You're thinking that it's your sister doing it the whole time. It's your cousin doing it. You think it's your partner working against you the whole time. It's your best friend that you talk to all the time about your partner. It's stuff like that that's happening right now, and I'm seeing it a lot. Pull your energy back in. You guys got to stop sharing your energy with everybody. I'm taking note of that myself, and I know it's very easy to do, especially here on YouTube and the tarot community and all of that. Everybody is sharing energy, but still, it's like, I don't know. I know what I plan to do for myself, but I just figured maybe somebody else can get a bit of clarity from this situation. There are a lot of amazing things that are coming, though. There's a lot of deep healing that's happening. The 3 of Swords, I feel like a lot of the pain, the painful separations, the interference, a lot of those things are over. You're moving on to peaceful, calmer waters. Okay. A lot of you are no longer going to be living in the past. You're, like I said, you're mending things in your life, whether it's with friends, family, or whatever. There's a balance coming, which is, of course, the reason why their attacks will come. Love is coming for a lot of people. Especially, whether you've been waiting on it or not, it's like your ships are finally coming in. So you have to know that the devil is somewhere lurking. As a reader, I'm certainly not, death. I'm certainly not the type that's going to talk to you all love and light, rainbows, Marvin Gaye lingerie. No. It's stuff out there that you need to pay attention to. There are things that are always out there that want to bring death to your finances, your love life, or whatever type of security, stability, happiness that you may have. And some people around you, they couldn't get you before. They're coming in now for the kill. And you need to be prepared for it. Be careful who you accept help from. Be careful of people who are coming back in who abandoned you, who hurt you, who betrayed you, that you knew you had to turn your back on and leave behind. Be careful. Because some of them, they're very aggressive. They're hiding their anger really, really well. Some people are very pissed off that you chose to close the door on them before and moved in a different direction, and now you're leveling up, doing better. The wheel is in your favor. And you're boss status. Some people are really pissed off about it, but now they're coming in and they're trying to, like I said, butter you up. You need to still be careful. I've seen a lot in personal readings. It's funny here. Look at this. Judgment, Justice, Seven of Swords, and the Moon. Some of y'all have people that are returning to your lives. Look, you're going to get the truth about a lot of the secrets that they've been hiding. And it has been crazy how much legal stuff I've been seeing. Some people are returning into your lives, you guys, and they're trying to butter you up now because they're running from the law. They're having legal problems. People are trying to marry people so that you cannot testify against them. These are the types of situations that are happening. So when people come in out of nowhere, all of a sudden, they're so happy, they're so nice. Like I said, a lot of you have choices to make between past love and new love. You can meet a new person who's a con man, and the past person could have changed. You have to be the one to discern whom you're going to trust. But some of these past people that you know are not trustworthy, don't forget what they did in the past. Rest, retreat, separate yourself. Pray, meditate, get very clear about things. Because for some of you, getting stuck at a crossroads right now is going to lead to some type of loss, regret. Do not be naive right now. Do not open your energy to everyone, because look at this. Look at this. The devil, the 8 of Wands, the devil will come at you so fast. The devil is waiting to get you somewhere where your defenses are down. Magician, shape-shifting. A lot of people have tools and resources. They choose what they want to do with it. They can use it for good, bad, evil, or ugly. Temperance energy, shape-shifting, manipulation, manifestation, the devil. And for some of you, this is your favorite spiritual leaders doing this. Your favorite tarot card readers. Shape-shifting, they've been working for the devil. I know for myself, I had not been on social media since 2018. I think I made some posts back in October. I have not been back on social media. I don't care about social media. Now that my third eye has opened and I see how so many people like to do picture magic and play all of these games, I don't have any desire to be seen. Because honestly, you can't trust a lot of people. And you can't live in fear. But I'm just saying, some people, You just don't know who they work for. Some people, everything that they manifest, it's not because they're working with the Most High. No, they're working with the devil. And if you know the God that is within you, whatever you choose to pray to, or who you choose to pray to, or whatever, you have to know that this devil is always going to be lurking around, coming in, trying to figure out how it can get you stuck, caught up, or sacrifice you. So I don't know who needs to hear this message. It just was pretty heavy. I'm really trying to, I'm working on getting all of my personal readings done so that I can clear out my queue and, kind of take a bit of a break. I mean, I'll be posting on the channel. Actually, I'll be posting much more content because I'll have more time. But I'm just saying, you guys, be careful. And of course, you all know when there's new moons, people start to get crazy. This is December. The karmics are about to go spell crazy. But this time is a little different because the things that you've been manifesting, they're coming into fruition now. So it's easy to not see what's happening because you're so wrapped up in the good things. I feel like Spirit just wanted me to deliver a message as like a little reminder. Hey, the devil is still lurking. You may be trying to invite the devil over. Think that the devil has changed, but the devil is just, like I said, trying to sweeten the deal right now. You guys also, if there's contracts or anything, make sure you're reading the fine print. I'm not going to dig into this too much more. I feel like this was more of just a spiritual warning message. You guys take it however it resonates. I'm pretty sure somebody needed to hear this. I'm going to pull from the spirit messages. I think this is the time too where a lot of people really, just need to practice authenticity. I'm seeing so much when amongst friends, family members, here in the tarot community, where everybody wants to be like another person. Nobody wants to just be themselves. It's really sickening. It's so disgusting to me. Like, just be who you are. And of course, there's always going to be several people doing the same thing. And everybody, many of us, we're connected with our soul family, and that's fine. But some people, I don't know. I don't even know. This copycat energy is on the rise again. Let's see, spirit messages. I think I just thought about something. I need to start using some of my ancestor decks. If I'm not doing as many personal readings, I'll have more time to study. I've had a few of you guys send me some really nice ancestor decks, and I haven't been using them. I should start using those. The card that came out though is Let Go. It says once you let go of the outcome, you'll be able to release all the emotional constraints that have held you back in the past. Trust in the higher good and guidance of spirit, as we have only your best intentions at heart and will do everything in our power to protect you. And then you have here strength. So your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors are saying, let go of the outcome. I tell you guys all the time, when you get to the end of the road, you may be surprised to find out who's there. Who's there waiting on you because they have your best interest at heart, and who's there waiting that you thought had your best interest at heart, only to find out that they didn't. Let go of the outcome. And I keep saying this, especially when it comes to these romantic relationships. Everybody is, I'm in a twin flame relationship. Okay, let go of the outcome, because everybody thinks that the outcome is we're supposed to get married and run off into the sunset. And that's not the truth, not even for 90% of you. Let go of the outcome. I just made a post not long ago about being so negative in the comments about reading. Some of you go to a reading, a twin flame reading, and you automatically think that it's about somebody that you've been dealing with for the last 10, 20 years. You don't even think for a moment to realize that, you know what, actually this reading could be about a twin flame that I've never even met before. The programming, the conditioning, the outdated thinking, like that's why so many people are blocked. I'm not going to start preaching. I'm just saying. You have your strength and ancestral wisdom. It says strength comes from many sources. I said forces instead of sources. So forces, there are no mistakes. Strength comes from many forces and sources, I would say. But it says staying strong brings confidence, conviction, and a balanced body, mind, and soul. Spirit has its own unique and beautiful way of replenishing your soul with strength on a continual basis. You're never really alone, as we're always with you. Some of you, when it comes to your spiritual strength, again, you're learning how strong you are. You're gaining gifts, abilities, recognizing that you have talents. When it comes to your spiritual muscles, you have to work them and train like any other muscle. Some people get very confident in their spiritual gifts and they start to abuse them. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people need to pay close attention to, which is why it's good sometimes to scale back, practice self-control, and do things in moderation. Then we have ancestral wisdom. It says, we are your ancestors and we love you. We walked the earth many years before you. We ask you at this time to learn and grow from our past experiences. You are our legacy, and we will keep on helping you as we continue to evolve here in the spirit world. In my personal journey, one thing that changed for me, it was like a huge shift of my consciousness and self-awareness, is when I really started to think that I one day will be an ancestor. Some of you should think about that. Think about what you're doing and how you're doing it now. I became more curious to learn about ancestral wisdom and my strength because I realized that in my personal case and situation, nobody taught me anything. Everything that I do, that I know so far is self-taught. I ask a lot of you guys who book readings with me, like, how do you do this? How do you do that? Because everybody has different gifts, talents, and abilities. There's a lot I don't know. I know what my gifts are. I know what my strengths are. But ancestral wisdom is more important to me than any of this earthly stuff. Because I know, like, I'm here to actually make changes. That's just something to keep in mind, which is another way of not being too attached to the outcome in certain situations. That's learning to surrender, trusting that the divine, your ancestors, your guides, they will tell you what you need to do and what you don't need to do. And sometimes you really may not agree with it. It may not be what you want to do, but it's what you need to do. At the bottom of the deck here, we have soul solitude. It says your soul needs attention. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. There are moments when it's important to get away, not just from the noise of the outside world, but to find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet, a place for soul solitude. This is a time to pause, a time to reflect, a time for you. My mind is blown. First of all, I don't use this deck, but for the overall energy, that's exactly what I'm saying here. So that's the phrase, soul solitude. You're needing to take some time out to be in solitude so that you can let go, because your ancestors are trying to strengthen you. They want to provide you with more ancestral wisdom, clarity, awareness about things. All of these things that are happening around us right now, it's very confusing. A lot of people don't know who they can trust. You don't know if you're sleeping with the enemy, if your enemy is your neighbor, your friends, your family. You don't know where a lot of stuff is coming from. But if you take some time out, your ancestors are going to provide you with wisdom, knowledge, clarity. Some people need to sort of isolate themselves so that you can actually end some of the paranoia and not be so defensive. That's another thing, being extremely defensive. You don't want to hear anything because you're so dead set on doing things. But if you get in that type of mode and that energy, you're going to miss out on opportunities because you're going to get led astray. Truthfully. So just, do what you know is best for you. But I see the King of Pentacles here. Definitely get grounded with the Queen of Swords here. And the Two of Pentacles. Yeah. And the Queen of Cups. Some of you are definitely in third-party situations. Dealing with people who are juggling you. Walk away from anything that's confusing. Somebody comes into your life and they're still juggling you. Walk away. You should not be entertaining the spirit of confusion in anything. Make head over heart decisions. Trust your dreams and your intuition. And be grounded. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. The Ten of Swords. Brand new beginnings. Hopefully the worst is over. But some of you, the worst is over and somebody will come right in and stir the pot with you again if you're not careful. But for the most part, the worst is over. Brand new beginnings. Passionate. Things that you've been inspired to do, to create. Stability, security. It's all here. It's falling in place. But you cannot be mentally exhausted and dealing with confusion, pain, chaos, paranoia, devastation, procrastination. You got to let all that stuff go. And that may mean that there's people around you who cause you to feel that way. Let it go. You need some soul solitude. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. It's a little talking tarot on Friday night with Tori. I hope that this helps someone. Like I said, it was just kind of heavy on my heart to share that. Definitely it resonates with me, but I'm pretty sure that it'll help someone else. So I decided to just turn the camera on and share it. You guys, if you've booked personal readings with me, of course, I still have plenty of emails from people and I will respond to them. Of course, like if people who really need readings, I don't want to just leave you out. I needed to separate myself a bit. So you guys will still get responses from me. Just give me a little time. So yeah. What else? Always go within so that you never go without. I'm sending you all lots of peace, love, light, and many blessings on your journey. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.